So, I don't usually do this. And what I mean is that I don't usually make videos about modern anime. I've kind of carved my niche in these YouTube streets speaking about nostalgic shows of anime past, the Toonami classics if you will. But every once in a while, an old curmudgeon like myself will stumble upon a newer anime that manages to hit just as hard as those old anime from my childhood did. I just came across such an anime, and it's called Heavenly Delusion. Hulu has come a long way since its inception with creating their own compelling content that rivals Netflix and other streaming sites, but their exclusive anime series have never been anything to write home about until now. It seems like everyone that I've spoken to or heard speak about this show all found it on a whim or just from randomly hearing other people talk about it. And I'm no different because I didn't even know what this show was until I saw fellow AniTuber and all-around cool guy Odd Lion's video about it. And make sure you go check out that video that he made and all of his other videos, by the way. He's good. He's really good.
That mother don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
So I finally decided to give this random ass anime a shot, and wouldn't you know it, after just one episode, I was locked the in. It's hard to describe exactly what makes this story so captivating. It reminds me of so many other great stories like The Last of Us, The Promised Neverland, Akira, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. You know, the classics. On paper, Heavenly Delusion is just a Frankenstein-esque collage of all of these different types of stories, but much like Frankenstein, the end result ends up being something oddly unique. The story of Heavenly Delusion is broken down into two parts that reflect two popular genres of stories in both anime and Western literature as well. There's the Wandering Apocalypse side with Kiru and Maru, and then there's the School for Gifted Children side with Tokyo and her other classmates. The Wandering Apocalypse side of the story mirrors different stories like The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, Samurai Jack, The Mandalorian, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that one episode of SpongeBob where him and Squidward had to deliver the Krusty Krab pizza.
Krusty Krab, pizza!
You know what I'm talking about. The wolf and cub type of journey through an apocalyptic wasteland where the characters are forced to grow and protect each other as they search for meaning in some perilous world. The School for Gifted Children side reflects stories like X-Men, A Promised Neverland, Akira, Assassination Classroom, Harry Potter, My Hero Academia. Hopefully you get the point. Stories where gifted or potentially supernatural children are congregated together in a facility that may or may not be what it seems. The idea to merge these two genres of stories is already interesting enough to pique my curiosity. The different layers of thought-provoking subject matter, balls-to-the-wall violence, and the completely out-of-nowhere and insane plot twist that this show manages to pull off like it's nothing. Seriously, I think I was 0 for 3 in predicting the major twists of this show's first season. I'm usually pretty good with being able to tell where a story is going from episode to episode. This show was cooking me in that regard. But all of those factors helped to make the first season of Heavenly Delusion a truly unique modern masterpiece. I've seen a lot of talk on the internet about how this show handles progressive and sensitive topics regarding sexuality, gender, and specifically how children and young teens relate to those issues. There's a certain fearlessness that this show attacks these admittedly uncomfortable subjects with that I really respect. It's actually pretty similar to how Kiriko and Maru face pretty much any potential threat with almost full confidence because they know that they can win. The writers depict awkward sexual tension between pubescent children the same way, because they know that they can handle it in a respectful yet truthful and endearing manner. Most of the time.
Sis! That hurts! I got in! You got in where?
Yeah, sometimes this show can cross that very thin line into pure anime horniness, but I think most of its depictions of what it's like to be a young kid experiencing these strong sexual desires for the first time are actually pretty accurate and well presented. And as quickly as this series moves from story beat to story beat and short arc to short arc, watching it can be actually a pretty draining experience. So much of your energy will be spent just trying to figure out what the hell is going on half the time, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Good storytelling is being able to keep your audience engaged and interested enough in your story to want to know what happens next. Heavenly Delusion puts the hook in you somewhere around episode 1 or 2, and it will give you just enough info to keep you hooked all the way through episode 13 in the finale. The first 2 episodes I think are good enough. There's nothing bad, but nothing so crazy that it would make you jump out of your seat or spit your water out on the TV screen. These episodes do a great job of establishing the world that these characters are in, the characters' specific dynamics and goals, and it also helps set up the episodic formula that the entire show will follow. Basically, Maru and Kiriko will wander around until they find a town or a village, and things will seem to be peaceful, but really, they're not really so peaceful. They'll fight some monster or some dangerous group of humans, then, once they win, they head off into the next town to basically do the same thing. And the kids in the school will happily go about their day, all the while peculiar facets of the school and the children will slowly be revealed to the audience. That's the formula that they set you up to get into the groove of, and then episode 3 happens, and we get transported to what the f*** for one of the craziest flashback plot twists I've ever seen. Seriously, I'm not even sure I can adequately explain what happens to make Kiriko who they end up becoming, but it's fucking nuts, and the writers really pulled up from half court when they cooked this shit up. But from that moment on, I was fully open to anywhere the story decided to take me and any crazy bullshit it decided to throw at me. The next few episodes follow the formula of the first 2 though. Maru and Kiriko wander through the remains of Japan, finding random villages and towns, doing their best to survive, and also facing dangerous monsters and humans, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the kids in school begin to question their surroundings more and more, and slowly they unravel the twisted secrets of the sheltered world that they've called home their entire lives. And that's, in a broad sense, pretty much how the rest of the show progresses until you reach the climax. And this all culminates with Maru finally reaching heaven, and the gifted kids are right there, and he meets his twin Tokyo that the show had been setting up since episode 1. And wait, actually none of that happens. We're led to believe that the show will go in that direction because if this was your standard plain Jane story, it would. Heavenly Delusion says, "F your expectations," and it hit me with yet another crazy plot twist in the last 3 episodes. I don't know if I'm alone here, but it really wasn't until I saw the twins as babies that I realized that this happens way before this, which means this place is no longer what it is shown to be, and this person is still related to that person, but not how I originally thought, and this disease, I guess, only affects these kinds of beings. And wait, this guy kind of looks like this guy, and these ending shots look similar. So does that mean that they were really them the whole time, which means that the others must be... Not since Attack on Titan has a plot twist or reveal made me want to go back and watch something from start to finish so bad just to see what I missed the first time around. Holy shit, are these last 3 episodes fucking amazing. And I didn't even get to the trigger warning scene. I'm not even a guy who usually says trigger warning, but goddamn, if any scene ever needed one, it would be this. This was truly one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen, and I don't think even being told about it beforehand could adequately prepare me for how disgusting and uncomfortable it made me feel to watch it. And saying that, I know it sounds negative, like I'm repulsed by the show and I'm mad that I saw it, but really I'm just impressed that the writers and animators were able to create something that evokes such strong emotional responses from me. And as horrible as that scene was to watch, it made this scene shortly after it cathartic as a motherfucker, but ultimately still sad. And that's how every contained story in Heavenly Delusion ends. Partially happy, but ultimately sad and lonely. And it's fitting for the sad and lonely world that these characters inhabit. Post-apocalyptic stories are usually made as frameworks to show the true nature of human beings, the terrifying levels of depravity and cruelty that we sink to if put in a desperate situation. But they also highlight the value of our will to overcome such hardships and danger in order to protect what we care about most. Heavenly Delusion's first season does all of that and much, much, much more. This is a funny show, This is a depressing show. This show is entertaining as hell. This show can be incredibly hard to watch. This show will evoke every kind of necessary emotion you need to feel connected to it. I said it earlier, and I will say it again. This show is a modern masterpiece, and I can't recommend it any more highly. Hey guys, thanks for watching and sticking around to the end as always. I really appreciate it. Just wanted to make this ending outro to let you know that I have actually started a second channel. It's a gaming channel called Chill Plays. In terms of the type of content that you'd be seeing on that channel, it'd be pretty similar to the standard chill review content. With video essays and timeline videos and things like that, but instead of focusing on anime and cartoons, it would focus pretty much completely on video games and video game content. I might also be uploading some playthroughs of different games that I enjoy and I think you would enjoy watching me play, so that should be interesting too. Then there's also still going to be chill review videos, the anime and cartoon videos that you've become accustomed to on this channel as well coming. So yeah, I'm excited. I've wanted to branch out for a while now, so hopefully you follow me over there. There'll be a link to that channel where you can subscribe, and then I have a couple videos up, at least one video, might have 2 videos up by now that I've been working on for a while. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys all the things that I've been working on and wanting to share. So I'll see you either here or over there or wherever. All right, peace.